I'm here as a supporter, but you're the one who has to live with the decisions. You're the one who knows, is this true or not true for me right now? So I just want to remind you, or maybe, I assume but just let you know that that's what I come into this with. I always think every person has their own autonomy to whatever degree they want to have that in their own lives.
No, I like that. I agree with that completely.
Awesome. And do you have a specific question or area of life that you want to look at today?
No, today I am just open to whatever comes through.
Okay, cool. That sounds great. And if at any point you think, okay, I really hope she gets to XYZ before the end of the session, even though I'm a psychic, I won't know that. So tell me, because I'm getting what spirit thinks is most important, but there might be a disagreement there. Yeah, if later on throughout this you want to share a question or say, tell me this. Great. All right, so I'm going to close my eyes for this short guided meditation. You can keep yours closed or open however you wish, and I'll open them when I have information to share. All right, if you will take a deep breath in through your nose and let it go as deep into your body as it wants to. I'm taking in another deep breath and giving a moment of gratitude for your beautiful body that you take care of, that you love, that when there's an issue, you either go to the doctor or you go somewhere to get it taken care of, and that you take the care to make sure that you look good and all of that. Like, these might seem like minor things or like, well, doesn't everybody do that? But actually, no, everybody doesn't do it. And it's not a minor thing. So giving that moment of gratitude for the way that you care for your body. Because I just want to say there are a lot of people who live life from their head and it's like their body is being dragged along behind them. But you have just a way of being that makes sure that you always start with making sure that your body's cared for. I want to take the time to acknowledge that because it's no small thing. And this is making me emotional now. It's not a small thing in any way. And I'm sure there are others around you who they might not ever tell you, but they are taking an example from you, they're learning from you. It's not even conscious some of the time, but they see the things that you do and they think, oh, maybe I could do that too, or I'm going to start doing that because she does that. And like I said, some of it's not even conscious, but I don't know if any of this, I'm getting really, really emotional talking about this, which I do cry during sessions. Probably should have warned you. Did you, and if you don't want to answer this, you don't have to, but have you ever had moments where either there was abuse or your body was not in a very good state and you've had to get it to this state where you are now? Like, has it been a journey to be who you are now in terms of your relationship with your body?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Wow. And an emotional journey, I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Whew. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's evident from my end. I don't know where you started from, but where you are now is above and beyond what like 90% of the population does or feels towards their body. So I cannot help the tears. Sorry about that.
I'm a therapist, so that doesn't bother me a bit.
Okay.
And my
Yeah.
tissues are set to the side in the event mine come out later. So no judgment.
Yeah, I always have this because I know when there's a lot of emotion, it comes out. So that's fine. So I just honor you and everything you've done. That is really profound. Do you have a book or have you thought about writing a book of your journey, your experience, I don't know, your zhuzh, is that a thing people say, like your zhuzh to whatever?
The book that I am supposed to have been released the last 6 months is more about my grief and life that has
Oh,
happened to me through that. And my brain keeps track of other things, but that's the one that is on the sit down and finish it. It's mostly done. But that's
Mm.
been a big process.
Mm. Oh, so you have a book being released and then you have another one you're writing on?
Hmm.
Oh, awesome. Oh, good. I'm so glad. And is the second one, it's more like not you go girl, but kind of like a empowering or a guidance manual of sorts?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so glad. Wow. This is so incredible. I'm getting this image now almost of this book being like the chariot. That's where everything's going to start leading now. Oh, yeah, I'm getting goosebumps all over. And almost like that is going to be, what do you call it? Like the headliner, the thing that you get known for, the thing that people, if you want to be on a stage, people are like, and now the author of blah, blah, blah is going to come and present to us. It feels to me like that's what this second book, the feeling of that is like it's paving the way for and kind of directing and leading your future career path.
Hmm.
Oh, awesome. Yay, I love that. Okay, I'm gonna calm down on my emotions for a moment here and see what else there is to see. Feel free at any point to start asking questions if you have any. If you don't have any, that's fine too.
When you were noticing the health feelings, are there, I'm waiting and doing some tests on some other things. Are there any areas
Oh,
that I need to be, I mean, what are you getting? Anything?
oh, I did feel, I don't know if you've ever had stuff with like your wrist, and I did get some sensations from like wrist to elbow on the right, but I don't know if that's significant or not. Are any of them like musculature, like carpal tunnel or joint kinds of things? Okay,
No.
let me pause for a moment and see if there's anything else that I see about that. Well, if it's related to like mammogram or anything like that, which you can tell me if it isn't. I am also getting this thing of like them picturing full happy healthiness, like I got a great bod, that type of. I'm not getting any other information about the test. I am getting information of just feeling that you're happy, you're healthy, and your body is happy. Yeah. Did you get the test because your doctor wanted you to, or there are issues that you're feeling that make you concerned, that make life hard to live because of your symptoms?
Well, one of the tests is that I was having symptoms and I wasn't feeling good and it wasn't like me. And so we're having a diagnostic test week after next. The
Mm.
other one was just an annual mammogram checkup that they didn't think was something and then is something and then
Oh.
it had a negative result, but they're like, we're still not sure. So you need to have another test result on this because this still's not normal.
Mm-hmm. So every day, okay, so I'm glad I was talking about mammogram. Every day, I want you to think happy breasts, like picture and whatever to you. I'm also getting, I don't know how you feel about pinups, but if you have a positive association with them, picture yourself as like a positive pinup with, the perky breasts and all that. And like, ooh, doesn't she look good with those happy breasts? And just shower yourself with so much love and so much. These are happy breasts. These are healthy breasts. Oh, yeah, I'm getting all the goosebumps because I don't know what the medical field is going to say, but your relationship to your body is so. I'm a little bit like this in that I know like my mind body connection is so strong that I'm very careful about the thoughts I think. Because if I'm not careful, I start having things happening and it's all because of what's up here. Not psychosomatic so much, but I find that it seems you have a very powerful effect over your body. I think we all do. But I also know that you have a very positive relationship with your body. So I'm glad that you're going and getting the test, but my hope is that if you just keep on living in the space of happy breasts, happy life, I love my body, I'm healthy, that's going to help that part of things. Do you mind telling me what the other symptoms were that felt uncomfortable?
The other symptoms are my stomach. My stomach has always been
Oh.
very sensitive, and there were some things. It's always been sensitive to food, and they've increased sensitivities, and the processing of food has not been what it's resolved. But there was a time there when it was like it wasn't doing at all what it had ever done, and so I'm like, okay, we're just gonna double check. We're going to assume it is nothing, and it's likely nothing, but family history, other fun stuff. This
Oh,
isn't
no.
normal. We're just gonna make sure.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see if I have anything to see about your stomach. Okay. Well, the first thing I'm getting is the book that you're working on. These two areas that you're talking about are huge areas of emotional stuff for women. Now this is making me all emotional. Like, how many women every day do you think, oh, should they be larger? Should they be smaller? What about this? What about that? Like, our breasts are, even with that, our own, even if you love them, there's always all this other commentary everywhere about them. So that's one of the things in your book. I feel like you could be courageous enough to have a whole chapter about breasts. Like, let's have happy breasts. Let's be happy with whatever size they are. Picture yourself as a pinup or whatever. If that doesn't fit with your philosophy, take it in your own direction. But I'm just leaning into this whole body positivity, body love, and like really feeling that. And the stomach, I feel it's similar in that, after a baby, people are like, oh, my belly, or does my belly stick out, or I can't wear a crop top because of my belly. Like, there's all of that. It's less so, I think, than the mind self-talk about breasts, but it's still pretty high up there for like top 5 things that women's obsess about their bodies. And because like butts, let's say, big butts trend in and out of popularity. Have big stomachs ever been popular? Like, ever? Maybe. You probably know, like Venus de Willendorf, what, like 2000 or 4,000 years ago they were popular. So maybe it's about time they're popular again. But so that's one thing I want to say is I haven't yet seen a lot else about the stomach, but I want to say one of the things that I'm getting is that if you want to use these experiences in your book, it would be so powerful for all the women reading it, because, and I haven't read a lot of the body positivity, you know what I'm trying to say, those books out there, but I know online, I don't feel like I hear people having the conversation that I feel like you're going to present in your book. Like, I feel like it's this new way of looking at it, and for whatever reason, you having these experiences right now is also giving you a new way of seeing it through a new lens. So like, if you journal or write, then I would be writing about it as often as you feel comfortable, or as often as you notice, like, oh, I'm noticing this is what I'm thinking today about my upcoming test, or my thoughts about my stomach. Yeah. How does that feel?
Oh, that sounds good.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
that fits.
Cool. All right. Let me see what else I can see about this stomach. Whew. Okay. Yeah, I get this feeling your stomach's a little bit angry. Not angry at you. It just feels like uncomfortable, angry energy of like not working well, not digesting the foods well. I'm also getting this picture of you on like a beach lounger in a bikini, or it doesn't have to be a bikini, but since we're talking about the stomach, I think that's why I picture the bikini, with some type of liquid drink, like a smoothie or whatever. And to me, it almost feels, and look, I don't know if this is in your budget, but, or if this is the type of thing you would do, but it almost feels like going on a vacation in a warm tropical place to do like a juice cleanse or some super healthy kind of health spa. I know those places can be pricey, but maybe there's one that's not, that fits, where it's maybe a step away from what you're normally eating, to give your stomach some time to settle back, have the the smoothies or the juices and the probiotics and all that, and kind of be a reset. Have you ever thought about doing a beach vacation and going to a health
We have a
spa?
beach vacation planned, but I haven't. I had not ever really thought about the cleanse vacation. I had never thought about that before.
Yeah. When's your beach vacation? Is it coming up soon?
January, 1st of January.
Oh, nice. I wonder if there is a day of it where it could be just like all healthy foods. Because also, I know it's very easy to indulge on vacation and kind of go the opposite way. But yeah, maybe you could look at, is there a place there like a super healthy, whatever your version of healthy is? It might not be smoothies and a juice cleanse.
Oh, I'm sure I could figure. I'm sure I could figure that out.
Oh, good. All right, let me see if there's anything else about your stomach. I keep on getting this thing about cabbage, and I just think, how much cabbage could you be eating? But maybe taking a break from the cabbage family for a little while. Cabbage, brassicas, Brussels sprouts. What else is in that family? Kale. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't know if you eat a lot of those.
Not a lot. No.
Okay. Is your doctor of the more mainstream or naturopath, or have you looked at, or are you just getting your diagnostic tests first?
We're
And
just
then
doing diagnostic tests first, just to rule
Okay.
stuff out. Yep.
Cool. I get the sense of, if with the stomach stuff, if it feels like it's the type where they want to do, I mean, hopefully it's minor or nothing at all, or they'll be like, I don't know, just a blip. But if it is something big, which again, I can't see either way, but I get the sense of like going the more alternative route first is going to be better for you, because it doesn't feel like it's something that needs a big fix. Like I said, it feels like a beach vacation or a really good cleanse would be a reset that would really help. Hold on a second here. And now that I'm thinking of all those tropical fruits, papaya, coconut, pineapple. I know some of them are high acidity, but papaya is actually really good for digestion. I don't know if you ever eat it or if you have any grocery stores near you that would sell that. But since January is a few months away, could you start having some of this beach cuisine, this tropical stuff beforehand? Any of the ones that feel good to you, to have that be your, and maybe even for a weekend, one Saturday in the next month, I'm eating fruits all day, or I don't know, that feels a little intense as I say that. Maybe it's not just all fruits, but something like that feels very I don't want to use the word luxurious, but something in the way that feels like a beach vacation would, of that warm, relaxing, nourishing, that is also going to be really high in vitamins and enzymes and all of those other yummy things that fresh fruits and veggies can bring.
Sounds good.
Good. Okay.
Go ahead if you want and move on to the present and the future.
Okay, cool.
What do we need to know? What's coming up?
All right, I'm looking at the present. I'm getting a sense of there's someone you need to have a conversation with. And that's like a brother, or it is your brother. I don't know what type of conversation. Yeah, I can look more into that, but it feels like one of those boundary setting, or, okay, I got to tell you how it is type conversations of making something clear. Do you have a brother?
I do have a brother.
Is there anything you need to talk to him about? Or any boundaries that if they were set, you would be a lot better off? Like, are there things that you consistently think, I wish I could tell him XYZ, but I can't tell him?
No, he's pretty straightforward. He's the one that has the most strict boundaries. He does not reach out or talk or do anything else a lot. Unless you're on his favorites list, your phone number doesn't ring through.
Oh, okay. Are you on his favorites?
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, okay.
And we're not bad. He's just very tight. He stays in his own little nest, and that's okay.
Yeah. Do you want to talk to him more, or you're happy with how it is?
I think we're okay as it is. I think we're okay. I'll talk to him more as I am back home visiting more as other things open in the future. But for right now, we're probably okay.
Okay. Is there anyone else who's like a brother figure who you need to, or, and I'm saying you need to have a conversation with, but because from my end, it feels like there's something that needs to be said that's almost like it's been kind of hanging there in your mind or emotions for a while. And it's almost starting to like grate on you or create more friction or more trouble or more problems.
I have a couple of friendships that might fall into that category
Okay.
that I need to spend some time thinking about.
Okay. Okay. And is there a part of you that's concerned if you have this conversation with some of them that it's the end of the friendship?
Mhm.
Well, that feels true to me. I'm getting this feeling of like, all right, some of these people, they're just gonna get cleared away. And I understand that that may not be what you want in this moment, but future you will thank you for having the conversation, because whatever it is that needs to be said or that you want to say, it's not, I don't think it's ever going to get to just its natural resolution. You know, some things just work out in time. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like for you, it's kind of time to deal with these things and move them on. Yeah, that would be really helpful. Because back to before talking about like, you're so good about your body and all of that. I mean, oh, when I think about it, it just makes me smile. Like, I love your relationship to your body and yourself and how much you love yourself. And there's a sense in a way of some of these people, I don't know if that's like difficult for them or whatever, but when you're around them, it's almost like you're not your best self anymore. So this conversation, although it's not going to feel great, they're going to move on. You're going to move on. You know, maybe you'll cry some tears, or maybe at the end of it, you'll be like, you know what? Yeah, that was kind of a drag, or that was eating at me. And now I have space for other friends who love what I'm doing or who see me as this dynamic, beautiful leader that I am in this whole thing. And I want the people who are cheering me on, bringing me flowers. I mean, maybe they don't really bring you flowers, but if the feeling of like people who, when you show up, they're like, yeah, and they just want to shower you with the goodness and they love your success and they love you from head to toe. Like, I feel there's people like that who want to come into your life. And not that you don't already have people like that, but more people like that want to come into your life.
Okay.
I'm kind of thinking I want more people like that in my life too. Now that I'm talking about it, I'm like, this sounds pretty good. I don't know if you have a type of like spiritual practice or things that you do. I mean, you're a therapist, so I know there must be something that you do to like work through things. But my sense is if you want to just really embody this whole, I love myself, I want people around me who can love me almost as much as I love myself, that's going to make having these conversations a lot easier and get you in the good space to have it. And some of the people might surprise you and be like, okay, wake up call, or yeah, I'm going to shift this. And some of the people will be like, yeah, whatever, I'm over that. Okay. All right. I will look at your future. Is there a certain area of your future you want me to look at? I don't know if you're already in a relationship, but it's like I could look at love, I could look at work, career, I could look at, I feel like there's another area that I'm not saying, but maybe fun, vacation, frivolity, success. I don't know. Is there a certain area you'd like me to look at?
Let's do work. Let's do work. Yeah, let's do work.
Okay. Okay. So some of these things I'm going to say, you can take them literally, you could take them as a metaphor, or you can use them as like, this is a brainstorm jumping off point for thinking of these things. First, when I asked, I see you typing away, and then this book that we've been talking about, the second book, I'm also seeing you it almost feels like maybe it's a recovery center. I don't know exactly what. I see you kind of like mentoring or counseling or coaching women who, like, maybe it's a really large woman who's doing some type of new procedure, or maybe she's getting out of a unhealthy relationship, but with her body, not necessarily with other people. I may see more specifically about that, but and when I said recovery center, I don't mean, it doesn't feel like drugs, like addiction, more like, I don't know if there are recovery places for like binge eating and anorexia and things like that, but it feels more something like that type of place of somebody who their relationship with their body almost took them like to the brink of death. It feels like these are some of the people that you're helping, to me, feel they have totally come to the edge of rock bottom in a way. And I just see you it, and here's the other thing I got with this. It almost felt like either a TV show or like a Netflix show or whatever of, and I, not exactly like a reality show, but a little bit of you, like following you, helping these various people, and or, and I don't know if it's more like Oprah style or whatever, but you being videoed talking to these people. And do you have a podcast? I can't remember if I
I
know, but
did,
that's how
I
we
stopped,
connected.
and we're doing another one. But yes,
Oh,
we're
good. You're
actually
doing another
opening
one.
up a couple of residential treatment centers for teen
Oh,
girls. And we're actually, the program is on set up to be on a TV show and
oh,
presentation.
perfect.
So you are all lining.
That's oh good. Because at
Yep.
first I'm thinking, I don't even know if she wants to be on TV, but that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing you because it's not just a mic, it's a mic and TV, cameras, all of that. Oh, I'm so glad you're saying you're doing all that. Now I'm getting all the goosebumps of excitement. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, there was another thing here about the book. I just, before I go further in that, I just want to offer a moment of gratitude because I know you're going to help these women. I know a little bit of like what it's like when somebody's at like the brink of suicide, or they've done so much to their body. It's not like they're choosing suicide, but they're acting as if like life doesn't matter. And so, or they've, or their body's so out of whack that it is like a life or death almost situation. And so you helping these people, and maybe everyone's not going to be that drastic, but I just love that you're going to be helping them. And I see that it really is so profound, this service that you're doing. So yeah, thank you for that, because that really is a wonderful thing, and it's going to change lives, like it's like you're bringing them back from like the brink of death practically. So that's pretty powerful. Oh yes, now I remember. So with the book, I don't know if you have a budget for this, and again, this goes back to the whole take it literally, metaphor, brainstorm. I get the song. So maybe there's a book trailer with it where you pay somebody to write a little song about it. Also, I see a party, like a book launch party. Even if you're doing digital first, you could still do a book launch where people pre-order the book, and then you get so many printed and copied there, and you have food and, sponsors or vendors or whoever. Like, I really have a sense of this next book wants to come out with confetti and celebration and an announcement, not just I released a book and an email blast and a little bit of stuff. Like a live event would be great. And, it doesn't have to be a full length song. It could be a jingle or a few lines or whatever, or like I said, brainstorm. But the book feels like it wants a little bit of pomp and circumstance for the launching of it. And I know that it's not frivolous, because it feels there's enough oomph with what it's going to do and the power of it. It's going to make other people notice it who might not notice it if you just did, a simple email blast and you go to one bookstore and that's all you do. I don't know what your plans were for promoting it, but it feels that putting some extra energy. And again, this is where I don't know if you have a circle of colleagues who would do things like this for one another, who would be like, yeah, we'll all be on your book launch team and help plan this party and whatever. It doesn't feel like you have to do it yourself. Like you could have a whole cheering on peppy team, book promo team who it's volunteer, but they're all agreeing to take some part in the book launch and the celebration and the promoting of it. So, yeah, I think that would be fun.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, cool. Well, we're almost at our time. Is there anything super quick that you want to ask?
I don't think I have any questions.
Oh, great. Well, do you want to share for the viewers how did you feel like this was helpful or valid or accurate, or did it give you something for that you can take away and use?
I think it was very helpful. I think it was very accurate.
Oh, thank you.
A lot of different ways. I think it's very accurate, very encouraging. Very encouraging. It was really enjoyable. Not painful, not scary, just very enjoyable, very smooth, very easy.
Oh, wonderful. Well, thank you. I'm glad you feel very encouraged. That's always a good thing. Well, all right. Yeah. And if you ever want to reach out, and feel free to tell me when the book is out, or if you have a website or whatnot, because I can also link it with this video, because I'm sure there's going to be somebody watching who's like, I need that book.
Okay. I will. I will let you know.
Oh, great. Well, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for your time. This has been really nice. And again, I just love the work that you're doing. Helping people is so beautiful.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Okay.
awesome. I'm so excited to tell you about the newly released Talk to the Trees, written by myself, Rachel Strivelli, psychic. Talk to the Trees is a short book about connecting to the wisdom of the trees, actually literally talking to them, metaphorically talking to them, learning from the wisdom of these elder beings. What can we gain from them in terms of resilience, how to get through hard times, how to approach the times that we're in? You can buy it at the places linked below. I would love it if you check it out, share it with a friend, buy it for a friend, and spread the word. I am here to tell you about my free manifesting short course that you can download below. It's 5 days of doodling and manifesting, getting you to look at manifesting in a fresh new way and getting that creative muscle working so you can start making new connections and seeing new things that you have never seen before. Go ahead and download that free course below.